Hello again and welcome back. I'm Jackie Hawk and this is Nami Nation by Kai's Korner Productions. You can find me on social media at QuillfulWriter and I'm always happy to chat about games. In December of 2024, Humble Bundle released a generative AI bundle that caused a small stir in creative communities. It's not the first time they've done this, but increasing tension around this technology has brought extra attention. As you may know, the Humble Bundle organization has a storefront called the Humble Store and a publishing division called Humble Games that supports indie titles. Or at the very least, that was its intention. In the summer of 2024, Humble Games also had complete staff layoffs, and they were accused of using AI to write the official statement, which they have denied. Knowing the connection of these two companies helps give context to where we've gotten now. Leading up to this, in February 2024, Humble Bundle wrote a somewhat sensible blog on AI's role in video games. It was largely in favor of augmenting teams with this technology, but didn't quite manage to avoid endorsing the replacement of people in favor of machines. This was a notable change from Humble Games discussing restrictions on this generative technology in September of 2023. Given all of this context, scrutiny will likely continue for both companies. I do agree with some stances from Humble Bundle's blog, like the Ghostwriter AI by LaForge, which is useful for creating small environmental sounds to allow dev teams to focus on more impactful audio. Even using ChatGPT for minor NPC dialogue seems at least acceptable, like NetEase's mobile game Justice, as a writer will still be on staff for the plot and major character dialogue. In an ideal world, this lets teams work just 40 hours a week instead of the usual demanding schedule of game design. But releasing a bundle of generative AI software in this climate may cause more problems for Humble Bundle, especially if they keep moving in that direction. The bundle in question did include A-Press books like Introduction to Responsible AI and Creative Prototyping with Generative AI, which align with an augmented approach, at least based on the titles. But it also featured vague titles like Exploring the Power of ChatGPT and Understanding Generative AI Business Applications. These can be more intimidating, and it's easier to expect possibly exploitative intentions without greater context. The overall approach to AI needs to be more clearly defined across the industry and offer protection for people in the market before concerned audiences will even consider being receptive, which is completely understandable. In less troubling news, we do have some updates for Grand Theft Auto 6. GTA 6 is expected to come out in 2025, despite rumors that it could be delayed to next year. In fact, Financial Times anticipates that it will generate $3.2 billion in revenue in the first year. This makes sense for a franchise that's been around about as long as I have. Of course, there are several factors at play that could impact this game and others. Sales at popular companies like Sega and the Embracer Group, which made Tomb Raider, have been slightly lower than expected. And BioWare saw Dragon Age: The Veilguard come in somewhat beneath expectations, only to skyrocket to the top 3 titles in Steam sales. Even generation-spanning titles like Final Fantasy VII underperformed. The possibility of US tariffs could make it worse, since they impact imported goods like the discs, consoles, and computers that games rely on. That said, it does look like GTA 6 will stay on track and release in 2025. The senior talent acquisition specialist at Rockstar Games has said it will be, quote, one of the most exciting years, close quote, at the business. While this could be a general comment or refer to any of their projects, GTA fans are hopeful that it's based on this highly anticipated game. This does still leave the question of whether it will meet sales quotas or somehow fall short, but based on the general market, even falling shy of expectations would likely be a reflection of the economy rather than the quality of the upcoming Grand Theft Auto. Another much-anticipated title is Doom and the Dark Ages, the 8th game set to release in 2025. This is a prequel to the 2016 reboot, delving into events between Doom 64 and that more modern title. Without getting into spoilers, it should reveal important information about the main character and how he came to be where he was at the start of Doom in 2016. Platforming has usually featured in the last 2 Doom games, but this new installment is less about climbing tall buildings and making aerial strikes. Dodging and moving in quickly will likely be crucial to combat. New weapons and old fan favorites are both in the lineup, and overall it's shaping up to be as atmospheric, gritty, and difficult as the other Doom games have been. Leading up to a known ending offers some fun narrative opportunities as well. Being fully aware of where this story is going can help build that tension as you fight your way through Doom: The Dark Ages. On a more amusing note in the meantime, you could play Doom: The Gallery Experience by Boba T. Lee and enjoy the 1993 game-inspired parody that shows the player sipping wine and discussing art in a fancy gallery. And speaking of the 90s, Pokemon recently declared 2025 as Year of the Eevee, which they showcased on their official Pokemon Center website and of course results in a parade of Eeveelutions merch. Usually this would be a marketing effort just to sell products, but it also works to build the hype for Pokemon Legends ZA coming in 2025. Since they don't have a specific date yet either, it helps keep the game front of mind for fans. This new title is set in the Kalos region from X and Y based on Paris, which is where the Pokemon Go Fest is happening this year too. Some fans are hopeful for a new Eeveelution to be announced, but it's hard to say if that's wishful thinking or not, since it's been 12 years since Sylveon debuted. It would be exciting if that happens, and some people are speculating there could be even more than one. As for the game itself, the running theory is that there will be some kind of announcement on Pokemon Day, February 27th at the earliest. With it also being Year of the Eevee, there's no real way to tell exactly what that announcement could be about, if it happens at all. For gamers that are also moviegoers, the Mortal Kombat 2 movie is set to release on October 24, 2025. Despite the fatal gnome to the eye from the 2021 film. The actor Josh Lawson did have fun playing the criminal with an eye laser, although he never played him in the game itself. Still, someone enjoying their role brings a lot to the screen. Lawson hinted at the foreshadowing in the first movie as to how Kano would be back, so it's worth a rewatch if you want to piece together this mystery. And besides, the movie's over-the-top combat that reflects the game is always a blast. The 20-plus year gap between these two Mortal Kombat films and the first two seems to have done the trick, signaling the return of fighter Johnny Cage along with two incredible villains, Shao Kahn and Quan Chi. Whatever comes from this sequel, it will be fun to see the battles play out. Wrapping it up on a sweet note, Kung Fu Tea has kicked off a line of Monster Hunter teas in the continued trend of releasing themed beverages. They also did this for Princess Peach Showtime and Kirby as two examples. The Monster Hunter teas are available for all of January, and if it's anything like the Princess Peach run, they might go a little longer until supplies run out. This, of course, is very local and will depend on your location. 3 beverages in all let you enjoy a themed drink on your hopefully much tamer daily adventures. They have the Forbidden Lands Thai Tea Latte, a Palico's Thai Milk Tea with boba, and a White Wraith Thai Tea Milk Cap inspired by the classic monster from the franchise. Each drink comes with 1 sticker, although it's not known what it looks like just yet. You might get lucky and see someone share theirs on social media. Monster Hunter Wilds won't be released until February 28th, but this is a fun marketing campaign in the meantime. Stay up to date with all kinds of gaming news when you subscribe to our podcast, available on multiple platforms, and for more entertainment content, check out the KKP YouTube channel. Once again, I'm Jackie Hawk, and this is Nami Nation by Kai's Korner Productions, and I will see you next time.